Boy, not until I do this do I realize how much I need to clean up. Getting shaggy, starting to look homeless, as my wife says. Reef, how we doing, buddy? I missed your last Monday show. Uh, I forgot to text you, but obviously you probably know by now that second video posted to the ITA. So I really appreciate you helping out with that, man. That's pretty fun. That's pretty cool to see. You know, something new I've never seen before. So, Daryl, how we doing? Homeless, Reef. Thanks. Hey, Derek. Yeah, we don't have any traps set right now. Still got about 300 locations set. Traps are out, but not set right now. So, Midwestern, Ty, Jeff, Nestrator, Dan, how we doing? Camp Blue Ridge, Ruger. Man, there's enough talk of that already. Hey, Monica, how you doing? Bob, Kentucky guy. No, I got pretty lucky. This is probably one of the few times I've ever come out ahead with a thief. Um, and to be honest with you, it actually cost me probably more work than anything. Uh, I factored in, you know, it's just a loss, whatever. But only one trap. So from him, I'm at, I don't know, probably 24, 25 now for the season. So Kenneth, no. Skunks are doing well. We're up to 62 now, I believe. Hey, Mark. Yeah, no, I'm back to work now, buddy. I'm back to work. So I was back to work last week too, which makes it tough. That's really tough trying to balance a line and family and work. That's just, it was too much. I'm gonna get a small work line out probably next week. The weather's looking good, so. Nah, there you go, Ruger. Hopefully you and the boys have fun. Matthew, how we doing? Trey, what's up? Nah, this year hasn't definitely been what I wanted it to, but everything considered, I'm happy with it. Uh, just wish I had more time. I need a 40-hour day is what I need. You know, I could probably set my line right now still and be hitting 30 to 40 a day, I think, but being back at work and working all daylight hours, 10-hour days, it's just, I can't do it. Trey getting ready for bed. I should be doing the same thing, but yet here we are, so. Really, Ruger? Nice. Jeff, yeah, I was actually very, very lucky in the sense that the wind was out of the south, so it blew it away from the house, but, yeah. We pretty much had to strip down to our skivvies and walk in the house, let's just say that. So, instantly take a shower, and matter of fact, those clothes are still on my basement, on the outside of my basement, so. Thanks, Reef. You do, Dan? Good. I'm still sitting at about 25 coons sitting here that I got to work on yet. Matthew, I'd like to think so, but it's just tough. I'm back to work, so I'm pretty much limited to three days a week. So yeah, something like that. Yeah, I couldn't even handle that, man. Coyote sets are tough, especially on private ground for me. NCMO, and that's the thing. I love skunks. Like everybody else hates them, but I love skunks. They're so awesome. The Ruger, no, but my problem is trying to remember exactly which one those are, because I've got a freezer that's just for skunks, and it is full. I think it's a 14 cube freezer, and it is full of skunks completely. So, oh, I'll tell you what, I'm a very keep my cool person. It takes a lot to really get me aggravated, but when he told me that I was not a sportsman, and I don't know how much time he's invested in patterning these deer, I did lose my cool. I definitely lost my cool. No, CRB. I pretty much just let it air out on its own, honestly. Exactly, Jeff. They're all so unique. It's so cool. Which one, Ruger? The one that I unloaded on, that was a pretty bad deal. He told me I'm trespassing. He's gonna call the DNR on me. Uh, Basically, I'm a POS, yada yada yada, whatever. And I was fine with that. I'll sit there and take it as I'm taking a coon out of a 220, and you need to get your stuff off my property, even though he's leasing it for deer hunting. And so I'm in the public row right away, and he goes, "Do you have any idea how much time and energy I've spent trying to pattern these deer just for?" He said, I can't remember if he said just for a non-sportsman or just for some yahoo that's not even a sportsman to come in, like, and instantly I like snapped, like I lost it then. Not calling me a sportsman, not knowing, I lost it. I was mad because I'll guarantee you I've put 3 times the effort into my season than he did sitting at home getting trail camera pictures on his phone. NCMO, my wife doesn't spend any time out here, so. Oh, Midwestern, that set him off. I think if he was physically able to, and this is bad because he's an old man. He was probably 60. Not old, but older. If it was a steep ditch, like you're crawling out on all fours. If he could have came down there, I think he would have tried something. And I was just to that point of going up there and doing it myself because I was mad. I was mad, and that's when I start. When I start losing my cool like that, it's bad. Nothing gets accomplished. I shouldn't have done it. No win with that scenario. It's like any argument. It's like any politics. When you get two people bad mouthing each other and screaming at each other, nothing gets accomplished. Nothing. So that's why I kind of pride myself on keeping my cool and not getting upset. But when that happened, I was already having a rough day with getting DNR called on me a couple times, and that just snapped. I lost it. So, yeah, I shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. Can't take it back. CRB, yeah, it's tough, man. NCMO, I didn't get any of that on footage because he was actually. I think that's when I was charging my camera because I started the day with only like 30% camera, so I took like an hour break to let it charge and was checking traps. So, yeah, Nest Raider, it's their shotgun hunting season right now, or was. Today was the last day of it, but I let my emotions get the best of me, and I shouldn't have. I, try to give trappers a good name and reputation, and I talked about this earlier on another site. I deal with probably 30 or 40 people a year that come down there and just chew my rear end. But I will say, honestly, 80% of them, where I'm able to keep my cool, which normally is due, they can yell at me, call me whatever, a POS, worthless person, scum. I can keep my cool through all that, and I'll tell them what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And honestly, 80% of them will end with a handshake by the end of the day. Or by the end of the discussion, I should say. There's those 20% that they're going to be right no matter what, but when I can sit down and actually prove to them what I'm doing and the benefits and show them I'm not going to catch their dog because they live 150 yards down the road, they're good with it. So, Ruger, that would have been yesterday. Yeah, last night or today I basically did a photo or a video bomb because I had 3 days worth of footage, 4 days worth of footage last night when I was done. So we kind of just unloaded a lot of stuff from my possum trapping last week to then I went to work and then this whole 3 days of running hard-ish, I should say. So it was fun though. I wish I was still out there, but it's time to go back to work. So we're gonna set a work line, like I said, which will be 20 or 30 traps or locations, nothing crazy. Just because it makes for long days, Once I have a work line going, I'm going to be up at 3:30 to get to work by 6:30. Get off at 5. Spend time with the family till 9:30, 10 o'clock. Skin till 11, 11:30. Up at 3:30. That makes some really rough days. Yeah, Dan, they are. It's gonna be warm tomorrow, buddy. That's why I'm another reason why I'm kind of pulling them, because I don't need coon sitting in the back of my truck in 60-degree weather. Nest Raider, I get it. I get it. You know, we all have our place. We all have our things we love to do. But yeah, I've lost a lot of opportunity because of them. And I used to be one. I shotgun hunted for years, since I was probably 10 years old. It was before I could legally hunt on my own, which in Iowa is 12 years old. I've shotgun hunted up until 2 years ago. So, oh, good, NCMO. That's awesome. I figured they're moving well. It's just, I want to be out there right now. Like I said, it's time to get back to making now money, as I call it. Uh, I have a lot of people ask me, yeah, what are you making? What are the furs worth? And this goes down a rabbit hole too. But it's like, how much are you willing to put into it? Um, I've made some money already. Nothing crazy. But it's not till the end of the season does all this really produce money for me. It's not until when all my markets are done here at the end of January, I'll move pretty much everything. And that's when I'm going to make my money. So the now money is running low, so I definitely have to get back to work. Oh, Ruger, it's terrible. It's always been bad here since the Albia buck. Yeah, Ruger, that would be tough, man. That over the counter would be tough. Another thing too, randomly my knee started bugging me a lot more yesterday when I was setting traps off. And I thought, all right, at least we're setting things off today. Even today, um, basically taking it easy, it's getting worse again. So I think there's definitely a deeper issue that we're going to have to investigate on. Right, NCMO, for sure. But 979, I mean, we're only 103 away from my record. So I think it's definitely doable. If I can get a good work line out, or even maybe next weekend have a good push again, we could definitely hit this. Off the hook, how we doing, buddy? Jeff, absolutely, man. I get it. I get it 100%. 100%. Right, Ruger. That's nice, and that's we shotgun hunted, and food and deer's a staple food in our family. So, me and my boy went out in October and we killed a few. Not what we needed by any means, but I've got a few farmers and people that are grateful enough to give us some deer every year too. So that'll help out a lot. Yeah, I can't Blue Ridge. I get it, man. I get it. Mark, I appreciate you commenting on every single video. I do. I love seeing you on there. It's so good to meet you and have fun. You got to have a taste of what the line was like. Midwestern, yeah, I get that too. I get that. Yeah, Ruger, I seen that. Yeah, she sent me that on Snapchat. No, you guys did well. What was that? 8 there? 9 there? There's quite a few, I think. All right, Jeff, you take care of yourself, man. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Yeah, NCMO. Yeah, it is. It was fun having him ride. It's always fun to have somebody ride with you, especially when they don't know I learned that this year when I had a lot of people, not Iowa trappers, ride with me, and to see what it's like in the road ditches. Um, kind of like if I was to go ride with Mark, he traps 100% differently than I do. It's just something different, something kind of unique. One set, 8 deer. Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, you guys got some meat for the year. Oh yeah, Midwestern for sure. Don't tread on me. How we doing, buddy? Mark, you're probably right, buddy. I do think there's something deeper with this knee. Like it was feeling great there for probably 2 weeks, and even pulling traps or snapping them yesterday wasn't. I wasn't doing anything strenuous really. We're catching fur, but nothing like anything, just like a normal day. And even today, taking it easy, it's way more sore. So I don't know what's going on. Jeff. Oh, yeah, we're a mess over here. Hey, Ruger, my family, we go through probably 8 to 9, so I get it, man. We eat a lot of deer. Uh, I would say deer's involved with at least 2, maybe 3 evening meals of the family. So don't tread on me. Make sure you spell out raccoon, buddy. They're trying to hide your comments. But yeah, yeah, Iowa has a really good heavy fat raccoon. But honestly, don't tread on me. Our raccoons are nothing like Northern Iowa. We don't even hold a candle to them. Now the real work begins. I gotta brush off the old fleshing beam. Me and that old girl spent a lot of time together last year, and we're gonna spend a lot more time here this year. So, Midwestern taking off. Guess I didn't see that one. Take care, buddy. Right now it's covered in junk. Basically, it's just a fleshing beam. I keep mine pretty flat. I got probably a 10-degree angle on it, if anything, with a box underneath it. I've got it in several videos. I just don't want to unbury it right now. Predator Potion. Okay, that's a new one for me, Ruger. I haven't heard of that one. No, Maximus. I don't coat it with anything. Um, if I do, once in a while, if I'm pushing hard enough, I'll put a gouge in it if I slip off the end of the fur or something. All I do is take that knife and I turn it backwards so you're not digging into the beam. I'll flip it the other way and pull it back, and it'll flatten out if you make a cut in it. So my beam going down's got kind of all kinds of little ripples, but there's nothing sharp in it at all. Works really well for me. I don't think he is, Rigger. It's probably past his bedtime. That kid's still going, so I think tomorrow's his pull day when I talk to him. He's on fire. I'm not sure what he's at now, but he broke over 1,400. He's probably pushing 1,500 by now. Nest Raider, I'll tell you what, it took me 3 to 4 years to do it. Every year I said I'm going to do it and I'm going to stick with it. I'd flesh 10 to 15 furs, I'd ruin them, and I'd get so mad and I'd quit. But once I got past that 15 or 20 and started getting better at it, I love it. It's the biggest pride in the world. Ruger, I believe that's Marty Smith's. He's got it here in Iowa. Don't try to me. Flushing's tough, man. It's not something you don't want to start flushing some prized animal. It takes time. It takes a lot of work. Nice, Mark. How many beaver are you up to, bud? I haven't got a chance to catch up on your stuff yet, so. Thanks, cable guy. Nest Raider, it's a lot like anything. It's a lot like when you learn to drive. At first, you're terrible at it, but you do it long enough, you get really good at it. That's one thing when I was growing up in high school, and even out of high school, I was kind of like the king of gravel roads because a lot of my friends are more city people, in a sense. They'd hunt and stuff a little bit, but they're mostly city people. And I was like, gravel roads is my thing. And they're all scared to death, drive much over 40 mile an hour on gravel. And it was stupid, but I was that guy to hit 70, 75 mile an hour on gravel, and I was fine. But no, it's just something, once you get used to it and get good at it, you're good. Marty Smith, MartySmith. Shoot me a text, Ruger. I can probably hook you up with some. Yes, exactly what Dan said. Start with some junk fur if you're going to start flushing. We'll do some flushing videos this year. I'm working on a mounting system so I can mount my camera above my beam so you guys kind of get a bird's eye view of what I'm doing. Right, CRB. Nest Raider. Wow, that's crazy if it ran off of the pogo. That's insane. Yeah, that pogo couldn't have been in very much then. I mean, in dry ground like what we have here, if the ground's dry like a field would be, honestly, 10 inches of pogo will hold a coyote. AKW, what's up, bud? Maximus, okay, if you do start on them, I will tell you this, possum fur pulls through on the flush side very, very easily. So when that happens, don't be upset because I do it too. They pull through so easily. So don't be upset about that. Yes, exactly what Jeff said. Exactly. I'd recommend any beginner to either go with a Caribou or a Necker 600. Don't buy that cheap $15 knife, please. You're going to have more troubles than anything with it. I know it's going to cost you 80, 90 bucks for that knife, which is money. I get it. But you're gonna love it at the end. Man, it must have been a good rain, Nest Raider, or your soil type is way different than mine. But that's crazy. That's just crazy to me. Oh, cool, AKW. Good job, bud. Don, how we doing? Hey, Dominion, how we doing, bud? Yeah, Mark, you got to see it. And actually, if you remember right, Mark, I pulled that pogo by hand, easily. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I walked over there and was just able to right out of the ground. Listening but putting up for. I get it, Dominion. Yeah, you got work to do, buddy. I get it, man. Mark, you were with me on something I've always wanted to do and it'll probably never ever happen again. NCMO, where are you from, buddy? Right, Nest Raider. It's rough, man. It's rough. Yeah, Dominion, you as well, bud. You as well. Yeah, NCMO, it must be your small coon that are rough right now. Even Central Missouri, your bigger coon should be getting pretty good by now. I could be wrong on that, but oh, cool, AKW. Good deal. Good deal. Oh, you didn't find it. You found out I got stolen. Oh, never mind. That's terrible. That's even worse. All you can do, buddy, though, is shake it off and move on. Uh, Trust me, I've had to do a lot of that this year. So, even the one that the DNR found for me that was stolen, honestly cost me more of a hassle to drive my line and to see what more was stolen and figure out charges on the guy and everything else. Dan, why would you say that? Why would you say that to me? But just so you know, they actually came out last Thursday, in case you're really wondering. uh, Ruger, you're welcome here anytime. You know that. Don't even do that. You know better. Yeah, Jeff, I remember you saying that, man. That's too bad. That's too bad. I hope everything works out, man. Maximus, that doesn't necessarily mean blue. Fox tear easily, super easily. Very thin skin. You really can't pull on them very hard. Cable guy, that's awesome. NCMO, if it's a bigger one and it's still kind of blue, my guess is it was a female that had a litter. Correct me if I'm wrong. She probably had yeah, you could probably see she was nursing late. No, Ruger, I haven't. I should set that trap back just to. I should make that my one stop every morning right now to set that again and see what I can do. But oh, Jeff, that's tough, man. I'm honestly, buddy, if I was you, I wouldn't push it, man. Don't risk hurting yourself worse. That'd be tough. But if you're stubborn like me, you'll find a way to like duct tape it into that hand that you don't have feeling in and still use it. Have you actually flushed them in CMO to see that they're blue? Bet. How we doing, buddy? Welcome in, man. Welcome to the party. That a boy, Mark. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get one this year because I have nowhere to go for them. I mean, we're all, even now at 60 degrees, I bet we stay froze up. Right, Dan. Exactly. Anyone would know it would be me. Yeah, Ruger. I get that a lot. It's all right. Yeah, I've heard that too. The Alaska Cub. Yep, I've heard of that. I've never used one, never put hands on one, but I've heard really good things about it. So, do we have anybody headed to Sioux Falls, South Dakota in July for the national convention by chance? Kind of curious who's all planning on heading up there. No, Jeff, that's not good, man. That's not good. Ruger, something I learned this season so far. Um, My body hurts worse than it ever has. Yeah, Maximus, it's ticks. Something I learned. Coon have a tendency to flood back in, I guess. So this year, what I've done probably the most of is trap a section, snap it off, not pull it, and come back later and set it again. And I've seen a lot more coon activity there than when I snap the traps off, if that makes sense. Uh, you know, possums. I caught more possums in that snow in 18-degree weather than I ever thought I was, which kind of ruined my mental thought of coon and skunks slow down in the cold and the snow. So, I mean, I won't say I learned something there, but it made me realize I don't know what I did, if that makes sense. Jeff, you're going to be there? Good deal. Oh, cool, NCMO. Yeah, I'll be there too. Maximus, what are you sewing up, buddy? I know when I was into taxidermy, we used wax dental floss a lot for sewing up, sewing up animals. All right, AKW, you take care, buddy. Dale, you'll be up there. Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, Ruger. I learn stuff new all the time trapping. Just you put me on the spot now and have to think of it. Uh, if I was in that scenario, I could probably share it right there on my channel. But just sitting here thinking back now, kind of like I'm doing a little different approach right now than say next gen in a way. Typically mid-season is our hardest point. We don't have snow right now, so I'm still catching raccoons going to cornfields. I know he focused more on the timber to timber, which is great because that's probably better still. But I didn't realize I'd have as good a luck as I am on the timber to corn this late in the season. But we don't have snow too, so it made a little bit of sense if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, NCML. Spencer is awesome. Spencer was a good time. Yeah, I'm not on the spot like that, buddy. Uh-oh. You better get dry dirt or something. Don't tread on me. But even then, as soon as you get any moisture or any thaw, it's ruined, so you got to redo it. You almost forces you to get some kind of waxed or something like that. Ruger, it's been a weird year. We hit that spell there where just everything stopped moving, and I thought I'd be at 1,000 last week before this week even, but just everything stopped, and it wasn't even just because of that snow. It just stopped. Um, so another thing I guess I could say is I learned is just when I think I have them patterned out on when they're gonna move, I'm wrong. You never know. There's something going on there that I don't know, and I'm not sure anybody does. We can predict and we can think we know, but there's something else going on that I've yet to hear anybody know exactly what's happening. Um, don't tread on me right now. Honestly, this year it's gonna be really tough. Typically, you buy flake wax at trapping conventions or at a store, and then you mix it with dirt, and it's got to melt in with the dirt. I should have someone do a video on that for the ITA because I'm not real familiar with it either because I'm not a huge wax dirt guy. But I've seen them make them in like old concrete mixers. They take their dry dirt, they take their wax in the concrete mixer, and they have a torch on it. And when it hits like, I don't know what it is, 160 degrees, the wax is melted perfect temperature to coat the dirt. It's pretty cool. Yeah, CRV, it's something. Yeah, I don't blame you, Jeff. I wouldn't either. You lost your weeks of footage. Uh-oh, North Idaho. That's not good. You're right, Ruger, and that's I'm not crazy familiar with it, so I don't know, but I've seen some really good guys do it, like they know what they're doing. I just don't. Never really done it myself, so. Yeah, I don't blame you, cable guy. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Nest Raider, yeah, and that's the thing, like with coon trapping, if you're on dry ground, you've got to rotate. Water trapping can be more continuous, almost year round. But once you get into dry land, man, they can dry up in a hurry. Oh, really, Maximus? That's interesting. Very interesting. I've never heard of that. Yes, Ruger, exactly. So you want to do it, you don't really want to touch the wax. You want to do it outside. If you're a smoker, to smoke around it. Wax holds scent. So that's very true. Thank you, Ruger. NCMO, yeah, and a lot of people can do that too. They'll put it actually in a pan. I've seen them do it in the oven before. I'm not sure the exact temperature. You guys probably know better than me. 160 or something like that, I think it is, maybe. Just enough to melt that wax, but not burn anything. If you burn it, you're ruining the whole load. It's burnt. So, actually try to make a video. What on your raccoon, Jeff? I'll tell you what, filming for a channel takes a lot more work than people that don't film or just watch. Those guys don't realize how much work goes into this. It's a lot. Oh yeah, Mark, if you got a video on making wax dirt, please share it, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. We're all about learning right here, so. North Idaho, yeah, I bet they did. I bet they did. Nope, don't tread on me. Completely different wax. Most of that stuff's scented, and even if they say it's unscented, it's not. Not trapping unscented. So you really need to get it from a trapping supply house. Don, we are at 237. I thought it was 239, but we're at 237. Or maybe it's 235 and I thought it was at 237. I got a paper on a freezer back here that I'm not sure on. Yeah, Maximus, you don't have that issue. Freezing is not our problem. Freeze thaw daily is our problem. If you could get the temperatures to where the high is 25, low of 10, that's far better trapping as far as like canines than dealing with dirt and freezing conditions versus like now high of 40, low of 20. So you're warming up during the day and thawing and then freezing at night. That's when people really, really have issues. So, hey, Pops, what's up? CRB, yeah, it's really warm. Really warm. Probably too warm. It's just, I don't know, just an odd year. Really odd year. I don't know what's going on. Coon are moving, though. I should be having traps set, but not right now. Jeff, I get it, man. I get it. No, It's it. I don't even know how to explain it. Just like anything else you do, it's a learning curve. When I first started filming, man, I struggled bad, really bad. But we're getting there now. Yeah, Maximus, that's tough. That's tough. Northern, it is, but at the same time, I was muskrat trapping out of a boat 2 years ago on Christmas. So we've had a few warm years now. I got you, Ruger. Okay, okay. Yeah, CRB, probably not. There you go. Mark shared his video on waxing dirt with a cement mixer. Um, Especially don't tread on me. People want to learn how to do that. Check it out. Maximus. Oh man, yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. Mark, I think you got to meet Pops when you were here, didn't you? I think you did. Hell, I don't remember. It's been a whole month of just a sheer beating, so I can't hardly remember anything anymore. Hey, NCMO, that's the same thing with flushing, buddy. When you first start off, they're going to be rough, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, CRB, a lot of people use the Harbor Freight cement mixers. They're not that crazy expensive. What, $300 or something like that? They weren't that bad. Oh, Mark, you had to throw that out there. Wow. You do realize that I just don't have the time, right? Come January through March, yeah, we're going to catch up on a lot of stuff. But right now, it's just not possible. Dawn, she wasn't impressed. Although it wasn't as bad as what she thought it would be. So, we're alright. Oh, nice, Maximus. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I'll tell you what, Ruger, right now, both of them messed up, apparently. Yep, Northern Trapper. Yeah, a lot of people do that for wax dirt as well. I appreciate it, Jeff. Yeah, it's like, and that's something that I'm working, for the ITA videos I'm doing. I'm getting a lot of raw footage coming in to edit for the ITA channel. Um, but what people don't realize is, especially this raw stuff coming in, I've got to watch it all. I've got to cut things out again. I got to watch it all again just to make sure I did it right. If I have a 20-minute video posted, I'm an hour and a half into it of watching it, editing, cutting things. There's a lot of work that goes into this. Maximus, nice. NCMO, right, right. No, I just, right now, I mean, even getting time to do my lives, like I should have been in bed, but I kind of like to come out here and interact with people and touch base. But like, it's either work, wife and kids, skinning, or sleep. Bottom line, that's my evenings. So North Idaho. So actually, I talked to Next Gen about this, and he's the one that brought that to my attention. Uh, Flushing beaver, which there's big money in it right now, but you can mess them up and still worth money. But beaver is probably the best thing for somebody to learn on because you have the push side, you have the sharp side where you're cutting. It's got everything in one. If you can master a beaver with the different parts of the knife, you can do about anything. Ah, Ruger, I get it. I get it. Yeah, Maximus. Raccoons aren't bad. You know, you got that neck gristle that's really good to work with for the sharp side, but then the rest of the coon's pretty much the dull side. You do well on them. You know, it's just you don't get quite the both ends of the spectrum. You know, a beaver's here and here, a raccoon's probably here and here. Um, but raccoon's definitely a good starter, especially with the prices right now. I mean, how much you push NCMO as far as raccoons or what? Yeah, Maximus for the most part. And flushing of every animal I catch. Dawn, not good. Fur itself, um, I'm green. You're going to be really lucky to hit a $5 average, which you're north of me quite a bit. So you might be able to hit 6, but you'd have to have a really good cherry picked run. Oh, yeah, and CMO. But realistically, it depends on what side of the knife you're using. You don't have to push that hard. 979. So we are 21 shy. And I actually had to go through my videos and find that out. Because my second day of this push, I forgot what my number was. So we need 21 more. North Idaho, I'll tell you what, you'd really be careful with a fox then if you get one of them. Because that is very different. Very different. A fox, a coon is literally 4 times thicker than a fox. A beaver's probably twice as thick as a raccoon, in my eyes. That's flake wax, pretty much is what it is. Don't tread on me. Patrick, I won't see that one happening, buddy. We're gonna, if I get 1,200, I'd be very, very lucky. Very lucky. Ruger, I appreciate it. I'll have to look and see what those comments are, though, before I can really thank you. Because otherwise, I might be kind of nervous. How are the boys doing this year? I haven't got a chance to catch up on what they're doing either. Yeah, NCMO, that's for sure. Possum almost always pulled the fur through. Always pulled the fur through. Did I, Rigger? Hell, I don't know. I don't even know where my phone's at until I look at it, so. I've heard that stuff, Kenneth, with possums especially, not pulling the fur through. I haven't done it, per se, but I'm intrigued by it. Oh, good, Ruger. I hope they have a good season yet, buddy. It's been a weird one. It's definitely been a weird one. So, hey, thanks, Patrick and Mark, for sharing out other channels. We need all the support we can get for each other. That's for sure. Are you talking on raccoons, Maximus? Yeah, CRB, they can be. They can be. Uh, hey, thanks, Patrick. I appreciate that. We need all the help we can get for the association as well, for sure. Fox? Okay, that's what you're talking about, Maximus. No, not necessarily. With Fox, I'm basically touching up the fat pockets under the arms, down by the skirt. Uh, if you get some kind of on the shoulders, you'll see a little bit. But they dry super quick if you get them on the board. I don't think he has, Don. I don't think he has. North Idaho, a lot of people don't understand how complicated that can be. You know, trying to be involved with your family and trap hard and work and everything else going on, there's not enough time in the day. There's just not. It's crazy. Ruger this week, yeah, I think it was like opening day when I did my last day here. So, right, Patrick, exactly, exactly. So I appreciate your support, Patrick, and everything you've done for me, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know, Ruger. It's just weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just been a struggle. I've come a long ways from thinking I'd hopefully get 1,000 in a week, and that blew. I knew that was out of the question before it even started the season, but I tried like hell to do it, and definitely fell short on it. But we're doing all right. You'll sell them dried that way. With Fox Maximus, you probably could tan them that way, but almost all furs will still need what they call shaving to be tanned, where they kind of, which Fox isn't as bad, but they shave other furs to kind of thin down the leather and take any scraps off. That's what makes them super soft and pliable when you get a tan fur. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. Fox for the most part, you can just kind of touch up the fat pockets, and it's pretty. It'll dry, flush and dry on a board within a couple days, no problem. Uh, raccoons, they're a lot more greasy and thicker, so it takes a few days for them. But I'm excited to start finishing fur again. I've missed flushing raccoons. I love doing it. Just need to do a lot more of it. Yeah, NCMO. I get it. I get it, bud. Once I get this work line going, like I said, I'll be up probably 3:30 to run it. Be at work by 6:30. Get off at 5. Be home with the family until 10. Skin till it's done. Back up at 3:30. It makes some rough days, bud. Really rough days. Uh, Even if you're with the family, sometimes you get kind of short-tempered and grouchy, which isn't any good either. So, Maximus, start on your cheap stuff that you don't care about, bud. That's all I can say. Wow, Patrick, I've never heard of that. I've never fleshed the forehead, Ruger. That's interesting. Hmm. That's really interesting. Oh, awesome. Idaho, you take care, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. And good luck on that bobcat season, man. Yeah, I feel bad for Patrick over there too, cable guy. Right, Dominion, that's not a bad idea. Hmm. Interesting, Ruger. I've never fleshed. I don't think I've ever fleshed the head of an animal, ever. Kenneth, there's a very, very good chance of it. Now that we're kind of slowing down on trapping, we're gonna start finishing fur in the evenings. Until I get this work line going, and then it's gonna be kind of tough. But it's tough, you know. If I'm skidding fur, I don't have time to finish it too. So. Oh yeah, NCML. Sleepy Creek's the man. I know Ben personally really well. Him and his team are just phenomenal. I'd highly recommend them to anybody looking to tan for sure. Uh, just top notch people. Um, a real humble man that owns that. You know, he built that from the ground up as a trapper himself. You know, wanting to do better for trappers to give them a place to sell fur to. So it's phenomenal work. I have the utmost respect for him and his team. Right, Maximus, I get it. So, anyway, guys, we're gonna bail out of here. I need to get some sleep too. I gotta be at work tomorrow. So, I wish I had the time to just trap all. I want to know what I could do if I had all fall and winter to trap. What my potential was if I knew that ahead of time and could plan and do my homework. I'll bet it'd be pretty awesome. Hey, Bushman, I appreciate it. I do. I try to, man. We took some time out yesterday, and we really had a lot more fun. So, see, Ruger, and that's concerning to me. You know, maybe you need to move to California. No, I appreciate it, Ruger. Always appreciate you jumping in here. Everybody in the chat, you know, I love these lives is my favorite part of YouTube because I just love interacting with people, talking, trapping, talking anything, life. We have a lot of fun in here. So, hope you all have a good night. Hope you guys start catching stuff if you're not already, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully, we got a few raccoons hanging here. Although my first priority is going to be my beaver that I get because that's where the price is going to drop the quickest. So we want to get them taken care of and then start hammering out some skunks and coon. But coon will probably be after Christmas. Since we're having a Christmas here, I probably won't start on any skunks till after then. So, but anyway, everybody take care. I really appreciate everybody stopping in. Always fun. Join your local association because they're the guys fighting for what you're doing. Without them, you know, you can be kind of like what Patrick said, in a world where he's at, where there's no trapping at all. So, always support the people that are fighting for us, guys. You take care.